Hello friends. Welcome to another interesting episode of Mike's Choice 1. As you may remember, we have been taking you with us for a tour in exotic Cairns and surrounding areas. We flew with you to Cairns and then took you around the scenic Karoonda village during first 2 episodes. In the 3rd episode, we took you with us to the legendary Great Barrier Reef. Today, we are taking you to another island. Yes, this is the famous Fitzroy Island. Majority of this island is a national park. There is this private family-owned resort. To get to Fitzroy Island, you need to take a boat as it is in the sea. But it is not very far. You need to book the tickets. You can take the Fitzroy Flyer to get to the island. So if you are going with your own gear to do your own activities after arrival in the island, you do not have to pay any additional fee. But if you want to do some activities, then you need to book for such with a payment. So we needed to get to berth 20 to get into Fitzroy Flyer. While waiting to board the boat, we could see various other crafts leaving for various adventures related to Great Barrier Reef. Finally, now we are on board. And you can see the inside of this boat or passenger craft. You can either sit inside in the lower deck or climb up to open deck area. In this craft, we could see how they operate the boat, as the coxswain is in the lower deck very closer to passengers. Now we are in the upper or weather deck. We could also see the radar they use. It is a Simrad radar. We sailed passing few crafts. This is usually called the bridge area of a ship. Now we are approaching Fitzroy Island. I bumped on to the marine biologist who was with us on the previous day at Great Barrier Reef. He was involved in some adventures in Fitzroy Island too. Similarly, there were few people that were with us on the previous day at Great Barrier Reef. Now we are entering Fitzroy Island National Park. On your left-hand side, you'll see the buildings of Fitzroy Island Resort. It's a beautiful spot to stay if you'd like to spend a bit more time here. You can even book a room and enjoy the island overnight. But we are heading to National Park area, and you need to take the right-hand side path to get to National Park area. This certainly would be a great experience, and as you see, the beach and sea seems to be really inviting. We did a small trek to Nudie Beach. The track to Nudie Beach is famous for its sharp contrasting beauty, from the plush vivid greens of the rainforest to the giant granite boulders and the stunning blue waters beyond. As you walk the beautiful track, be sure to cast your eyes into the wilderness for some of the more distinctive rainforest inhabitants. These include the unmistakable cluster figs, alongside the intriguing white starfish orchids and vivacious bird nest epiphytes. Keep a sharp eye on the ground about you, as echidnas have been seen shuffling slowly along the path, as well as some other charismatic jungle creatures. This walk crosses 3 small bridges and culminates with the first exotic glimpse at the world-famous nudie beach below. Nudie Beach is a fantastic little spot if you're up for some snorkeling. The water's crystal clear, and the reef life is amazing to see up close. Just keep in mind, there are a few warning signs around. Sometimes there can be underwater currents here. If you'd rather play it safe, the locals recommend heading over to Welcome Bay. It's a lot calmer, and still a great place to enjoy the water. All of this is part of the Great Barrier Reef World Heritage Area, so we are all encouraged to do our part. No touching the corals, and try to leave everything just as beautiful as you found it. We found that near the boulders, the water was especially calm, perfect for floating around and having some fun. Our team spent a good while there, just enjoying the peace and the view. After enjoying the water for a while, we finally decided it was time to pack up and grab some lunch. The walk back to the restaurant was lovely. The path winds through the trees with little glimpses of the ocean along the way. By the time we arrived, everyone was more than ready to eat. All that swimming and sunshine had definitely worked up an appetite. Both of our teams from Melbourne were on this tour, and it was such a great vibe having everyone together at the lunch table. There was plenty of good food, cold drinks, and lots of laughs all around. Before we knew it, lunchtime had flown by, and it was almost time to head back. We wrapped things up, took a few last photos, and got ready to leave beautiful Fitzroy Island for our trip back to Cairns, tired but happy after an amazing day out. After a few happy hours on Fitzroy Island and some amazing snorkeling at Nudie Beach, we returned to the boat to wrap up a joyful and relaxing day. Fitzroy Island actually offers plenty of other activities if you have more time. There are several short walking tracks you can explore, perfect for an easy, relaxing trek. You can also stay overnight or even a few nights on the island and enjoy a slower pace surrounded by the ocean. After returning to the mainland, the girls wandered through a few shops, looking for little treasures to take home, shell bracelets, coral trinkets, and memories wrapped in souvenirs. It was our last night in Port Douglas before flying back to Melbourne, and we wanted to end the trip slowly, soaking in every last bit of calm. Half of our team was staying at the Wyndham Resort, so we decided to spend the evening at Wyndham Resort, a quiet hideaway wrapped in tropical gardens and soft evening air. The place had that peaceful hum you only find in coastal towns at dusk, just the rustle of palms and the distant sound of laughter drifting from the bar. Before long, we wandered toward the pool, a glimmering ribbon of turquoise beneath the stars. As the underwater lights shimmered to life, the water turned into liquid gold and sapphire, reflecting the night sky above. It felt timeless, just us, the soft glow of the pool, and the warmth of a perfect evening we wished would never end. We savored a few snacks and drinks by the pool, letting the evening stretch on in that easy, unhurried way holidays do. Here you see us seated in that cozy restaurant by the pool. Our younger team members found this giant chessboard on the lawn and couldn't resist a friendly match under the soft glow of the resort lights. Laughter echoed across the garden as we watched them play. Dinner followed soon after, A fantastic meal with an excellent selection of dishes that made it hard to choose just one favorite. The food was fresh, beautifully presented, and full of flavor. Before calling it a night, we took a few more photos, trying to capture the warmth, the laughter, the calm, to hold on to our memories of Port Douglas and Cairns just a little longer. The next morning, we packed our bags and drove to Cairns Airport, the road winding past the familiar coastline one last time. At check-in, Jetstar made sure we weren't carrying a single ounce more than allowed, a small reminder that our carefree holiday was truly coming to an end. As the plane lifted, we watched the golden sands and turquoise waters of the Coral Sea stretch out beneath us. The beaches we had walked just days ago now shimmered far below, growing smaller and softer until they blended into the horizon. Then came the clouds, gentle, endless, and white, carrying us home to Melbourne and leaving behind a trail of sunlit memories. Let me thank you for being with us during this full tour in Cairns and Port Douglas. Hope you loved these videos. If you liked them, may I request you to like them, share them with friends, and also subscribe our channel. We hope to bring you another interesting video from another beautiful country in the next few weeks. So stay tuned to us.